I'll entertain a motion on the minutes
So be.
of October 21st, 2008.
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Oh, you're already here, Jolly. We have two items on the agenda, and there too. Inform the board on the status of two major projects we're doing. That is the Ramsey County Metro Square renovation project and the Ramsey County East Metro Behavioral Crisis Center. We're also taking this opportunity to be able to inform the public by having the meeting up here. So, Jolly, why don't we begin with Ramsey County Metro Square renovation project?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. As you may recall, on January 12th, you authorized a contract with BWB Architects and Dunham Engineering to perform design and engineering on the Metro Square building. Since that time, a lot of work has taken place. We've completed the programming, we've been through schematic design, design development, and this is a perfect time right at design development before we go into construction documents to update you on what we've completed so far. As you recall, Metro Square pretty much was purchased for the reason of relocating those departments that remain in the west building and to relocate them off of the river. I can tell you today that all the departments have been accounted for in this programming, except for the Regional Rail Authority, and we have very good plans already in place. They'll be relocating down to the Union Depot. So with us today, we have two presenters. Mr. Jay Biedny in property management. Jay's acting as the project manager on this project, and with him is Mr. Greg Fenton from BWBR. There's a number of things that we'll cover today, not only the programming and how we're going to relocate within the building. We'll be talking about sustainability, and we'll be talking about our SPE program and about schedule. So I think to begin with, we're going to start with Jay is going to kick us off.
Welcome, Jay.
Thank you. And thank you, Jolly, and good morning, Commissioners. As Jolly had mentioned, we're very excited. We've been working on the project for the past 3 or 4 months. Lots and lots of meetings with 9 stakeholders, and this iterative process that we call design. You get a lot of FaceTime with people that I had never met in the county. I've only been here for 5 years, but that's the great part about working in property management. You get to work with all sorts of other people within the county. Obviously, the project is important to the hundreds of people that will move out of the West Building, but also it has ripple effects to the hundreds of other employees that interface with all those people that are moving out of the building. So we're interested in that, and it's a great opportunity to have a new front face for so many of our taxpayers who come to visit us, whether it's coming for human resources for a job or training or meeting with corrections or the county attorney. It's another great opportunity to kind of give us a new identity still within St. Paul. We have about a dozen slides, as you can see from your handout. The presentation shouldn't take very long, and we've left room at the end of the presentation for questions. So, but certainly if something pops up during the midst of a slide, just stop us and we can address it directly. The first slide just shows 3 of the 6 parts of the design process and construction process that we've moved through. First, we started with programming, which was right after BWBR was selected. So in February, we were already meeting with the 9 stakeholders. We went through sometimes 3 or 4 meetings, depending on how large the group was. Programming is what we call it's like coming up with a recipe for the department. It has all the storage spaces, workspaces, office spaces, and the adjacencies within those spaces and how they work together, and then we put square footages associated to them. So at programming, you don't even really have a building. You have what you would need no matter where you go in the world to have your department work. We moved through that after all the programs were approved into schematic design, and in schematic design we actually use those square footages to place people within the building. Our building has not only unique floor plates from floor to floor because of its size and age, but we also have existing state tenants. So the square footage available on any given floor is different. And so the architects had to use their abilities with that program to figure out